things, and they're all coming from, different backgrounds and have different points of view when it comes to AI. So I'll just start it out with bringing up the question, and Tristan, I'll start with you, but I would like all of you to answer this one. Whenever it comes to AI and journalism, what do you guys think? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Are we afraid of it? What's kind of your stance at this point? There we go.
Thank you. So I have a couple of quotes that I'll share that were in my newsletters in the last few days. Google is so over as far as news publishers are concerned. Most are working on the assumption that referral traffic from Google search will trend towards zero, and they are intensely focused on building direct relationships with their audience. Being more human could be the latest big trend in publisher technology. Automate the hell out of everything you can, especially the more mundane elements, but do not use AI to create your content. This will make it average and likely inaccurate. Publishers need human insight, humor, and edge if they're going to compete with the blind aggregation of the answer engines. That is Press Gazette, which anyone who focuses on the news business should subscribe to. And then the other one is a quicker one from this guy, Thomas Bakedahl, who's a thinker about media. As a publisher, you need to block AI search now, as in completely block them. You should not partner with them, you should not seek to do revenue share deals, you should definitely not promote AI search tools for short-term traffic gains, just block them now. So that's sort of like the tenor of what you hear from news thinkers right now. It's pretty scary sounding, and I think probably pretty true. But I don't really consider myself a pessimist about AI. I think there's a ton to be done that doesn't involve creating content at all. A lot of that's on the business side of news. Things like improving business side workflows, ad sales, all sorts of stuff that can make news organizations money in ways that, or save money in ways that they haven't been able to do ever or for quite a while. So that's where I see the real opportunity, and maybe AI as a friend. But I think that the commentators are right. Maybe you can use AI for really, really low stakes journalism production, but otherwise you're just going to make your journalism dull. So I wouldn't do it right now. Anyway.
So in this multiple choice of a like it, love it, hate it, fear it, seems like you're going with a like it.
I am like a frustratingly permanent moderate on all things.
Okay. All right. Luis, how about you?
Well, good morning, everybody. I love the word frenemy when it comes to AI because I think it's friend and foe. I believe that AI has a ton of potential to make our lives a little bit more efficient, but our newsrooms are filled with the expectation of truth. There's an expectation of neutrality, an expectation of lack of bias when it comes to news. And I fear and I feel that AI can sort of make that a little bit tricky to navigate. I don't know if any of you this morning saw the story in the Washington Post about Grok, who is the AI chatbot that the platform X utilizes, and it was a really funny story. I guess all these people were asking Grok who is the greatest human in the world and who's the better looking human in the world, and of course, what did Grok say? Elon Musk. So
a little biased.
It's a little biased there, and so I think that's what I fear sometimes, the fact that when I see content that can be manipulated, opinions that may not necessarily fit into the reality of the moment. At the same time, I don't want to sound like a pessimist. I do believe that there are AI tools out there that make our jobs a lot easier. We have tested some internal tools that I was telling you guys help our photojournalists write photo captions. There are tools out there that help our graphic artists develop really cool graphics, that sort of thing. Transcription tools that are amazing, that help journalists.
A little more efficient.
Yeah, and quicker. So there's a lot of promise. There's a lot of.
We're fearing it. We like it. Jury's out a little bit for us. All right.
For sure.
Matt, what do you think?
Hate it. I'm just gonna.
That's AI turning off his microphone.
Yeah,
so let's get some audio there
that was hated, that's what I'm saying. But I'm very loud. I'm, like I said, I'm from the Mon Valley, so I speak very loud, so you probably can't hear me without a mic. As a director of audience, I know I need to learn how this works though. So it's one of those, this is where the industry's kind of heading, so I have to kind of learn more about it. There's a lot of things that scare me about it. AI video scares me, AI photos, AI being on social media, and how much I see people believing in this, sharing it, using it for misinformation really, really scares me. So that's where the negative side of it comes, but I'm not at the point though where I'm like, we're never gonna use AI, we're never gonna do this, we're never gonna learn about this feature. We have to kind of figure out where it could work to help reporters, if it could help with misinformation. I'm interested to kind of see where that goes. I've been in newsrooms enough where I've learned that we have feared a lot of things. We feared websites, we feared video, we feared Facebook Live, we feared Twitter Spaces. Anything that was new and that came around, everybody kind of freaked out about it. And I was someone working in photo in the audience world that I always wanted to see what we could do to use this to reach readers, what we could do to engage with them. So I was always on the optimist of like, oh no, we can use this as a tool, let's figure out where it goes. This is the first time where I've taken a pause and I've been like, I think we need to understand this a little bit better. We have to see what our readers are saying. We have to understand a little bit more via surveys and talking with audiences about how they're interacting with AI and where it might work for them, what they might want to see from us. I need to kind of understand that a little bit better before we run. But I think newsrooms were so afraid that they're like, let's just do it, AI this, let's throw this out. I was at a journalism conference recently, and I won't say the newsroom, but they were very into AI writing articles for them, and I was like, no, and I was so freaked out by it. And I don't think we should head down that road, but I do think we have to take a step back and understand where it can maybe help our reporting or maybe help with misinformation. I'm still interested to learn about it, but I haven't been the biggest fan of a lot of things I've seen, so I'm hoping that changes my mind as I see more tools roll out and see the future of it, but I'm still like leaning on more of the negative side.
So if you're following along at home, that's a hate it from Matt. Jenny, who is with Public Source, and that's a smaller newsroom. So how are you guys handling it?
Yeah, we're a smaller newsroom. We have 16 people on our team. I don't think that I mentioned to you that I, prior to Public Source, grew up in tech consulting, and I came from an organization with 600,000 people on staff. So I think I'm a little bit influenced by that background. It's hard for me to pass judgment on a technology. It is. AI is here. It is a thing, and we have a responsibility to our organizations to be transparent about how we're using it, what we think is right for our audiences. We have a responsibility to put up guardrails where we think there's risk, and to put workflows in place so that we can assure that our guardrails are being held. It's not easy to make sure that humans are following the roles that they need to play when AI is in place, and we have to think very intentionally about how we implement things and how we act within a world that has AI. And I see it as a huge responsibility.
Yeah, and you can't get lazy.
No.
You know, in the past 12 months, we've really seen AI kind of explode. And Tristan and Matt, I'm gonna direct this to you. How have you guys seen audiences, from your perspective, engage with AI?
Yeah, so I can start. We're on now. All right, so I work at the Texas Tribune, and we've been doing a lot of testing around elections and primaries with building an actual chatbot that people could use to ask questions of. Now, this isn't a chatbot that is pulling from Reddit. It's not pulling from random spots of the internet. We only feed it all of our voter guides that are written by the Texas Tribune. We're really known for our voter guides and our guides that kind of explain the rights you have to vote, what you need to know about candidates, how the whole voting process works in Texas. We write a lot of guides about that are used, and explainers that are used by the audience to kind of understand what they need to know to prepare to vote. So all of that information that is written by a journalist and edited and it's sourced and fact-checked is fed into this chatbot. And during the 2024 election, we launched it as a way for people to ask questions about how do I register to vote? Where can I vote? What do I need to know? What do I need to take with me? What ID do I need? Just standard questions like that, but also more questions about, there was a big question that came up about railroad that you could vote for in Texas. The railroad executive who doesn't work on the railroad, it's very interesting. Texas is a very, very fascinating state that I'm learning about, but comptroller, positions like that people are like, I don't know what that means. They could ask the chatbot and it would give those answers back to them. It would give them the information that they need. But we were controlling the information. So we did build an AI chatbot. It could talk to you, it could give you answers. But only information we gave it was from our guides. And if it didn't know the answer, it would say, we don't have this right now, but we're sending this to editors and reporters. It would ping me in Slack and be like, this is a question I can't answer. Can you help them? So I could then connect with that reader. I could then give them a response. I could then connect them with a reporter, a real person that they could talk to. So we were using it as kind of a lever to get to the information they were gonna need. And we found that to be successful. We saw a good response from the audience. They seemed to be into it. So that was something that I'm like, okay, maybe this would be possible, but only because we're feeding it the right information and it's not just pulling something random. It's getting something that's been fact checked or run through a source, and I think that's been helpful for our readers.
Tristan.
Thanks, that's great. And the chatbot that you guys developed is amazing. It's a great service that mission-driven news organizations can provide to people. And that's the kind of thing that you can do with AI at a higher scale than you would normally be able to do or have been able to do in the past. Most of my work is around business of news, so we're not really necessarily working with the journalists on creating AI products, but the way we have audiences interact with AI is often through things like paywall messaging and things like that, or revenue calls to action. There are some studies that have found that when you give an editor authority over when to show a paywall or what kind of messaging, they don't really make good decisions about that, not surprisingly. But when you give an AI authority over when to display a call to action, a paywall message.
Weary of those groups that may be a good starting point for a story, but not necessarily the end all for a story.
And know that we're on those pages very often. We're looking through them, we're getting ideas from them, but we're also doing our job to make sure it is a story and to make sure it's not being blown out of proportion. Yeah.
Great, thank you, Luis. All right, question 2. Raise your hands, who has a question? Any students in the back here, guys? No? Marcus, you have a question. All right.
Marcus Betts, Point Park University, junior, broadcast reporting major. My question is, even though we have so much opposition behind AI, why is it sort of like a main tool that we use for not only stories, but just assignments in general?
Hi, Marcus. Good to see you again. I do believe that some of these AI tools, as I mentioned earlier, have the potential to make our jobs as journalists more efficient, so that they free us to do the important part of our jobs that AI chatbots and machines will never ever be able to do, like look over public documents, go out on the field and do interviews with humans and that sort of thing. So there's always going to be room for the human component of journalism.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say that even if I have opposition to AI, I can't control all of these different third-party platforms that are going to launch into AI. We can't slow it down. A big issue I had, and I used to say this a lot working in newsrooms, is I wish newsrooms would have built their own platforms more. If we would have built out more products and community products, we probably could have gotten away from having to depend on third-party platforms. But that wasn't my call. I didn't make that kind of money. I couldn't really do that. So I had to go with the flow. But I can't stop what Google's doing. I can't stop what Facebook's doing. Like, they have their own people that are running this, and they're going to make these calls, and these are going to be tools that we might have to figure out how to use, because that's what they're doing. But yeah, like Louis saying, we can still go out, meet people face to face. We can still use, like I was saying with our chatbot, it would send me a message from one of the people asking the question, and it would be like, can you answer this? And I can then write back to them as a person and connect with them. We can still use it a way to connect people. We just got to figure out how it's going to look in the workflow moving forward.
I already have trust issues. This is just adding to it.
Yeah, and I think, we can't stop AI. We can't stop the big, platforms. We can, as an industry, do a better job of coordinating our messages and advocating for the industry.
Yeah.
And we don't do a great job of that. There is work in Pennsylvania going on to advocate for funding for the industry. And I think we can advocate for policy that is supportive of the industry in this realm as well. And that doesn't mean don't use the tools, don't use the tech, but it's how do we put those guardrails, not just in our individual organizations, but at a macro level, nationally. How do we at least advocate for those guardrails, even if it's unlikely to happen? Having the conversations always helps in some way.
And so it's across the board. Everyone's playing by the same rules.
Yeah.
Newsy Nick.
All right, third question. This will be the final one. Last question.
There, right.
Thanks, Nick. I'm Aaron Opperly. I'm with Carnegie Mellon. And my question is going to be broadly about AI literacy. And I wonder if you could comment on where you assess the level of AI literacy within your newsrooms, within your audience, and then where that responsibility for teaching AI literacy falls. Is there a role that the media can play in teaching its readership about these tools, how they're made, how they work, what data they draw from? Or is there another institution that should maybe be more equipped to handle AI literacy?
Wow, that's a good question. Who wants to tackle that one?
I'll start. So in our newsroom, I will say that AI is a word that people are like, no thank you. Like a lot of our reporters aren't into it, a lot of our editors aren't. And like I was saying before, I used to be into all the new features, and even myself, I like took a pause and was like, I don't know how this is going. But I do think it's going to be a responsibility for us to continue this work and to figure out how we can get our newsrooms on board, but listen to our readers. And we've had readers write in. We have used text-to-speech on some of our articles, and they actually have
Interesting to the public. So I think news organizations can do a service by reporting on it. It has a broad audience. And they can also demonstrate expertise to the public and demonstrate that they are AI literate. So that's one way that can be done. The other thing I think is internally, what we've seen, in order to get people to adopt AI tools in a productive way, you have to be able to demonstrate some wins internally that like, this helps save you time. It's not something to fear. And do some projects that have an impact on your team in a positive way. That's how you can kind of get your team to experiment with it, because the rest of the world is already doing it. So you need to get your people bought into it. It doesn't have to be super disruptive, but try.
We need to get our feet wet.
All righty, thank you everyone. Let's give a big round of applause to our first panel of the day here at Newsroom News. Again, thank you to Erica, to Tristan, to Jenny, Luis, and Matt. Before we wow. Love the Kahoot music. It's changed a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Who's stud? Me? Yes. Grace, very smiley, lovely.
Glasses on, so it's
Yeah, Coach Mark. Where's Coach Mark? Over there. Hey, Coach Mark. Yeah. What do you coach?
Can everybody see? If you can see, can you put a thumbs up for me? I want to make sure you guys can be able to see the images and stuff.
And the Kahoot code 6124977. That's the game pin.
Is everybody locked in and ready?
Oh my.
Guys, how old are we? And we still acting?
Students.
We
I'm
gotta
looking at
be
you back there.
appropriate. Whoever's doo-doo stands, I hope you don't got doo-doo stands for real. That wouldn't be good. One more minute, 30 seconds. You have 30 minutes. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you? I'm Pam.
Did you guys see that? Do you follow us on social media at Point Park CMI? We had the lovely Frizzy here last night to host our opening session. We were beefing for probably about like 3 hours, and then we made up.
Yes.
Frizzy's great.
Okay, are you guys ready? Yes? Okay, let's start Liv. First, okay. Is it real or AI? We're just testing the waters. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in correctly identifying what's real or AI?
Well, as a newsie brought back here from the 20s, I may have your modern day vernacular and technology, but I'm still learning a lot about AI, so I'm gonna say 2.
I don't know, I wanna say 10. Oh, okay, everybody answered. Let's see the answers. Okay, majority of you.
Oh, still
Okay.
going.
10s.
Interesting.
Okay,
Oh,
10.
okay.
If you're in the 10 group, shout out to you and everyone else. Okay, so are you guys now ready for the real game? Okay, got it. You will have 45 seconds to examine each example and make your decision. Is it real or AI? Thank you, Cameron, for the love. We love you too. Kaylee, you're thinking? You don't know if it's real or not? Okay, so this is Donald Trump on 60 Minutes after the 2016 presidential election. Is this real or AI?
Love Leslie Stahl. She's great. Big fan of 60 Minutes. Look at that lighting setup. Cameras.
I know.
Takes a lot to do a professionally recorded interview.
And the beautiful images.
Bit of the behind the
You
scenes.
said what? They remodeled the White House, guys, just for this interview.
Oh yeah, a lot of gold.
It's the first.
3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, so the answer is real. That photo was, despite losing the popular vote to Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump told Leslie Stahl on 60 Minutes, "I won easily." That was big, big. So the answer was real, and let's see who is in our top leaderboard.
Big,
Ooh,
big. It's
who is
almost
CMI?
Huge, huge.
CMI, is that you guys in the back? No? Who's CMI?
Who's playing as us?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not you
It's
guys.
me.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay,
doing
don't
it.
be scared. I don't bite. Okay, next question. Is it real or AI?
Ha.
It's a picture of Donald Trump waddling through floodwaters.
Interesting. So there must have been some natural disaster here.
Ooh, okay, everybody. Kudos to you.
I was gonna say real. I mean,
You think Donald Trump would go through floodwaters?
maybe.
He love us that much? You think so? Next question. Okay, leaderboard, I'm sorry. Ben W. Who's Ben W? Okay, Ben, shout out to you. We have Ken, Nolan, CMI, and then the last person. The next question. Is this real or AI?
Okay, so we got your news presenter, map in the background, bit of a serious look on their face.
She has a nice bob.
Lovely bob.
They calling you
The
Bob?
makeup, the lighting. You can see the mauve there. I'm gonna say real.
Yeah, this is a screenshot from a video.
Interesting.
Aaron, what are you feeling? Is it real, AI? You don't know?
I don't know. I feel like they're making a lot of these AI news presenters now.
And they're looking too real.
Scary. Watch out, Ken Rice. I mean, oof.
5 more seconds to lock in. Oh, okay, so that
Yes.
is AI, guys. That was a screenshot from a video from a deep fake scams. You're not ready. It was made with Google VO3. So that is AI. Who is in our leaderboard?
Wow, I thought that was real.
Oh, Ken's. Who's Ken's? Ah, congratulations, good. Okay, Ken, CMI, Maddie, Gianna, and Allison. Okay, guys. The next one is it real or AI? Is this real or AI?
That looks like a familiar face.
That looks like a familiar place.
Yes.
Road closed.
The roads
In
are closed.
Pittsburgh, really? No way.
There's no traffic. We're
28 was,
closed.
oh my gosh.
Oh, okay, so that is real. That is from a news story from our Pittsburgh Media Partnership, guys. Yes, photo creds to Amaya Lobato Rivas. Let's see who's in the top 5. Kens, okay, Kens, you're killing it, man.
Shout out Llama Mama. That's you.
Allison and D.I. Okay. Real or AI?
Ooh. What do you think happened there?
Probably earthquake? Is it earthquake?
Earthquake, war.
Yeah.
I always like to look at any text that appears, right? Usually AI is not great at
With the
putting
words.
text in photos.
And look at the tiny details like the building. Is this something realistic you will see on a day-to-day basis? 10 seconds. Ooh, okay, so this is real, guys. This is the aftermath of the 2023 earthquake in Turkey and Syria. A devastating earthquake struck Turkey and Syria. Yeah, Syria in February 2023. Photo credits to Unsplash. Who's in our top 5?
I was gonna guess AI for that one.
Kens, she is not letting up, y'all. She did not come to play. We got Trey and Helen up on the leaderboard. Real or AI, guys? Nick, what do you think?
Ooh. So they're at, again, some maybe construction site, or it looks like there is some devastation there.
Yes.
Person in a hard hat, wearing a visor. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to read their helmet. See what that says.
Yes, like you said, the words.
Lighting's a bit interesting, right?
AI, yes
Okay.
it is AI, guys. This is an image/tweet about AI fakes in Midjourney subreddit. So people shared an AI image and it included a fake earthquake from 2001. Ooh, Llama Mama, you out of the game. Kens, you are killing it, girl. She wants that Stanley. The Stanley is it's better than the original Stanley. Right?
It's a nice Stanley, yeah.
Shout out to Liv. Is this real or AI, guys?
Wow, the juxtaposition.
I know.
Interesting.
Bonus point if you know where this image is.
I don't know. There are too many windows on that building. I'm gonna say AI.
Ooh, okay guys, that was AI. And the person who posted that, they got their Twitter deactivated. So that is a fake picture of an explosion near the Pentagon from like 2023, but it's fake, so it's AI.
Weird.
Yeah, they got over 2 million views. Ooh, Kens, what happened, sis? Aaron,
Hey,
where are
Aaron.
you? Okay, Aaron,
Yeah.
yes, I love that. CMI, I wanted, who is the CMI? Like,
They're hiding. They're not
okay,
gonna say.
we're gonna find you. Is this real or fake, guys?
Okay, that looks familiar to me.
Looks like a news story that we all read. Put in those answers.
Five seconds. Vote.
3, 2, 1. It is real, guys. That is from a Japan earthquake and tsunami in 2011. Rescue workers were carrying a body from the rubble of a village destroyed by the devastating earthquake and tsunami in Japan in March 2011. So that is real. Aaron, okay, we are here for it. Madeline, Jojo, Kevin, Kens. Mr. S is making a comeback, okay? What's next? What's next, Bella? Is this AI or real, guys?
suffragettes, maybe? Women's rights, voting rights.
Bonus points